Hello, Warriors enthusiasts. My name is Wolf Ranger, and welcome back to Quietkit's Legacy here in LifeGen. Now, when we last left off, I don't remember too much about what happened here. Um, I actually forgot. But what I do remember is we have Quietkit, our bullying Mossball hunter, but is also confident with her words. She has multiple parents, people she has adopted as she was orphaned. She's starting rumors about Roach Whisker. Well, that's all well and good. But yeah, once again, we just really need to remember what's going on, particularly with our cat for this playthrough. We're not going to concern ourselves too much of the others goings on unless it's relevant to Quietkit. So I believe we finished this moon, so let's go right into the next one. Bam. You try to stay up all night to see what happens. You end up falling asleep a little past moon high. Birds and deaths, huh? Russet Glide has died of white cough. So, things are about as going well in this clan as they're going on in Cherry Clan. We lost Russet Glide. And Russet Glide, she was a warrior, she was past her prime, and, it's unfortunate, but, um, yeah, she lived a long life at least. I thinks Plumpelt tells the best stories. Stripe goes to tell a secret to Quiet, only for Quiet to tell someone else's secret about them. Yeah. And so we're going to insult you. Oh, Kit with words. Okay. Interesting. But Quiet Kit really likes Plumpelt and thinks they tell the best stories, so let's give a talk to them. Oh, I didn't see you there, Quiet Kit. What are you doing in the stuffy elder's den? I don't think cats my age would seem like a lot of fun to a kid like you. Huh? What's that? You brought me some flowers. Oh, you're too kind. Thank you so much. Really, when you're an elder, it can start to feel like the clan just forgets about you. You really brightened my day. Hold on, you want to change my bedding and help me groom? Well, that has been getting harder for me lately, but this is too much. Wait until you're an apprentice before jumping into chores. You should enjoy being a kid while you can. Though if it really would make you so happy to help me out, you could bring me a piece of fresh kill for us to share. I'll tell you some stories before bedtime too, okay? That's nice. Forming a nice relationship with Plumpelt. Always a good thing. What are we doing this moon? Is frightened after hearing a scary story. Probably from, Plumpelt. Plumpelt. I'm doing great today, you guys. I'm doing just great. Anyway, let's send our little kit out on patrol. One of the Messicats is looking for a specific herb and you think you've seen it near the nursery. You attempt to look the herb, but end up pointing out a plain leaf with no herbal use. Despite this, the Messicat appreciates your eagerness to help. That's interesting. We're a bowling cat, but I don't think we really fit the role. We are also going to talk to our sibling every moon, I've decided. Do you know what's my favorite game? Moss Ball. It's the best game ever. I love chasing the moss ball and catching it. It's like hunting, but without the bugs and dirt. And the best part is, when I score a point, I feel like I can do anything. Someday, I'll teach my own kids how to play moss ball. They'll love it as much as I do. Will you play moss ball with me? I promise I won't go easy on you. Yes, Quietkit, play with your brother. Anyways, I think that does it for this moon. Once again, this series is going to go a lot quicker because we're only have to focus on a single cat. So we're not going to be spending as much time during the moons, so nothing really happened of any interest. Azalea Mouse has retired to the Elder Den. Uh-oh. Was yesterday. Uh-oh. Wait, do we not have a medicine cat right now? Yeah, Yellow Shadow. Yellow Shadow's fine. But we do have a bit of an issue. Heatherpaw's bruises have healed. Yellow Shadow gathered cobwebs of snow. So things are happening. Anyway, let's check our relationships. Quietkit is starting while speaking. Since it's neutral, we're just gonna talk. Okay. Now that it's the same thing, we're just gonna back out. I'm gonna keep talking to them. I'm just not gonna read it unless it's something actually new. Yellow Shadow appreciates how Quiet always seems to ask how they are doing. So Quietkit and Yellow Shadow, Quietkit might just be a medicine cat, and I'm thinking that's the route she's going to take because she's been helping finding herbs. She's getting along well with Yellow Shadow. Have I read this? Greetings, little one. Have you been staying away from the elderberry bush? Those berries might look tasty, but they're not for kids. Do you ever dream of being a mouse cat? Well, keep that curiosity alive. Who knows what your path will be? I see a bright future for you, little one. You're going to make your clan very proud. Remember, play nice with your den mates, and always listen to the elders. They know a lot more than you think. And remember, even if you're the smallest in the clan, you're, excuse me, you're just as important as the biggest warrior. Nice talk. Let's check our relationships real quick. Let's see. We like Plumpelt, obviously. Like in Tremblestar, we don't really like Parsino, but we respect them. We like our brother, which is good. We don't really absolutely love our adoptive parents, it would seem. Yellow Shadow we're developing a like for Roach Whisker, Stripe Skip, Heatherpaw. Once again, I feel like when we get older, we're going to have a lot more interactions with them and develop a lot closer relationships with them. But for now, it's kind of just surface level. Let's talk to Parsley Nose. Oh, we've already talked to Parsley Nose. Oh, we can't talk to Parsley Nose, apparently. I didn't know we already talked to them. So I think we talked to everybody. Oh, I see. It was two events with the same cat. Okay. Let's go out and patrol. A group of kids invites you to join the great adventure, a journey to the edge of the camp. You join the adventure, and with teamwork and courage, make it to the campus edge and back. The kids cheer for the successful mission, even though we're one of two kits in the entire clan. Is playing pretend. Makes sense since we just went on to, what were we doing? I think we were time skipping a moon. Yeah, we were. Here it is, guys. We have an important decision to make. Do we want to take on the path of a medicine cat apprentice? Do we want to be a warrior? Do we want to be a mediator? I am going to pick medicine cat because we have shown interest in herbs. We have gotten close, and I feel like that has really influenced Quietkit's decision on what they want to do. Apparently, we can do crap now, but we won't. The buzz of your clanmates' whispers falls silently as Troublestar calls your new name, Quiet Paw. You step forward to meet your mentor, Yellow Shadow. Their eyes are full of wisdom and kindness. The moment their noses, you only have one, touches your forehead, you feel a sense of purpose wash over you. The clan cheers as you take your first step on the path to becoming a Medicine Cat apprentice. Plimpelt has gotten Wyckoff, which already took one of Cat's, and Strike Skip heavily injured their leg. Great. Quietkit acknowledges Wolverine Pelt with a twitch of their whiskers. Hello, young healer. How are your studies? The world of healing is broad and deep. Your role is vital to clan. Remember that. Healing is as important as hunting and fighting. You're doing a great job. I see you're becoming a fine medicine cat in the future. Remember, every herb and every wound is a lesson. Keep learning and growing. And always remember, patience is key. Healing takes time, and that's okay. So yeah, now all the dialogue should adjust to the path we chose, which is super nice. Zaymouse caught Quietkit complaining about them behind their back. Pfft, you make me laugh. Oh, now that they dislike us. We're pretty all over the place. One minute we're nice, the next minute we're nasty. Python Skitsy's Quietkit's praise look tastier. So once again, we're gonna have a talk with Python Skit. The Warrior Code isn't just a set of rules. It's the backbone of our clan, a guide that helps us make the right decisions. It's what separates us from rogues. It gives us honor, dignity, a sense of purpose. It's not just about what's convenient or easy. It's about what's right. The code might seem strict at times, but every part of it has a purpose, a lesson learned from the experiences of countless generations before us. So when in doubt, remember the code. It will never steer you wrong. Okay. So now we are a medicine cat, which means that anything we do, we got boss this moon, while Yellow Shadow couldn't find anything. Huh, interesting. Literature has given moss for their bite wounds, so they're going to heal a bit sooner. Things are not looking well. Got a lot of injured cats in here, but luckily, there's more than one medicine cat. We're actually going to go out on a patrol with Yellow Shadow. We are going to do that. Yellow's flowers poke out from the leaf litter, signaling that the dandelions haven't given up on growing for the season. Yellow Shadow heads out to look for them, taking Quiet Paw to learn about one of the most useful common herbs in their arsenal. If they were particularly lucky, Yellow Shadow explains to Quiet Paw perhaps there might be some other plants, like wild garlic, around to collect as well. Unfortunately, Blossom Clan doesn't seem to be the only things after dandelions, and Yellow Shadow can't gather from this patch without killing off the already damaged plants. Quietpaw actually starts an argument about it, insisted that they don't need to worry about protecting the dandelion patch for the future. As Medicine Cat, I've learned to heal more than physical wounds. Your words can't harm me. Each of us has a role to play, and I'm proud of mine. Your insult won't change that. Your disrespect says more about you than it does about me. Reflect on that. I faced death and disease, comforted the dying, and brought life into this world. Your words are a mere scratch. Perhaps you should spend more time learning respect than flinging insults. It might make you a better cat. Uh-oh. We're fighting with our mentor already. Our mentor does not like us, but I said any negative thing, there will be fighting. And it will translate into it overall. But that ends this moon. Let's time skip to the next one. You're led by StarClan and Dream to a hidden patch of forest hill. a planet your clan was running low on. Yellow Shadow praised your intuition connection with the ancestors. Quietpaw thinks Roach Whisker was nice to them today. That's good. Pope no longer is Wyckoff, the joint pain. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and talk to Roach Whisker. I think I've already seen this. I may not have, but it doesn't matter that much. So since we had kind of a more positive reaction with her, let's just talk to Yellow Shadow. Hello there, my apprentice. How are the herbs coming along? I hope you haven't mixed up Marigold and Mouse Bile. Do you ever miss the days of wrestling with your dead mates? Well, learning the healing arts is a different kind of challenge. You're doing wonderfully in your training. Your clan is grateful for your dedication. Every day is a learning opportunity. Don't fret over mistakes. They're part of the journey. I'm proud of you, little one. Come talk to me anytime. Let's see what's going on in the medicine cat today. Did we gather anything? Relationship was given Tansia's treatment. Less likely to die. Joint pain's gone. They'll be less likely to die, which is good. Could not find, but Yellow Shadow found cobwebs and mallow this moon. What do we think of today? Is hoping Plumpet will tell them a new story. We have grown up to be confident. We're just a confident cat altogether, it seems. Time for patrol. Herb gathering. As bendy plants start to dramatically give up on life as leafall progresses, Yellow Shadow takes the opportunity to go harvest for them, bringing along Quietpaw for a heart herbcraft lesson. Hang on, has Yellow Shadow identified the bending correctly? It's difficult to tell without the distinctive purple blossoms. I'm not sure, not willing to listen. Better be safe. Sorry. We have not had success these past couple of moons. It seems. I am going to do a quick check through to see if any romantic relationships are forming. I do that. That's the extent I'm going to interfere with other cats, is try to pair them up with mates and stuff, simply because you can't have a continuation of clan without mates. So, but it doesn't look like any of those relationships have been forming just yet. Yeah, so far nothing romantic's happening with anybody. Alright, just want to make sure. And let's go to moon number 8. During a busy day, you actually mix up the campment time. Not good. You discover a squirrel stashing acorns in the herb store. Instead of chasing it away, you decide to name it and enjoy the unexpected company. On a solo herb gathering mission, Magic gets spectacularly lost, returning to the clan much later than expected. Empty pod. Oh no. Heatherpaw has gotten rid of their fleas. Roach Whisker's wounds no longer infected. Someone got bruised, but nothing too major. Quiet car basks in the sun with Strike Skip. Let's go ahead and give Strike Skip a talking to. Have you ever tasted squirrel? Not just any squirrel, but a plump leaf fall squirrel? There's something about the way their fur bristles with the chill of the coming leaf bear, and how their meat is just that little bit more tender from all the nuts they've been hoarding. Sure, a rabbit is faster and thrush is easier to catch, but a leaf fall squirrel, that's a real warrior's prey. The next time you're on a hunting patrol, keep your eyes on the trees. You won't be disappointed. Interesting conversation. Parsley Nose is telling jokes about Quietpaw. Well, Parsley Nose, take that. Pff, you make me laugh. Anyway, time for a good old herb gathering quest. In the bare snow, the chances of finding any usable daisies seem slim. Yellow Shadow hesitates. Should they even try to look? And is bringing Quiet Paw a good idea? It's miserable work, scraping away snowy pawful by awful cold pawful. However, Yellow Shadow manages to find a patch of wilted, soggy, but still green daisies to harvest leaves from. They share an exhausted look of commiseration with Quiet Paw, and we gather Daisy, which is nice because that definitely improve our relationship quite heavily. Anyway, I don't think there's. Oh, what's Vixenpaw? Vixenpaw has decided to be a warrior, and their mentor is Scratch Swan. We haven't talked to our brother. There we go. Gave a little talk. Get a good relationship going. And yeah, we're just gonna keep pumping on to the next moon. You try to hunt to understand the struggle warriors go through. It's more difficult than you thought, and you end up completely exhausted. Ceremonies. Heather Webb has head and declares them to be a full warrior blossom clan, honoring their intrigue. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. Oh, where was I before I sneezed? Oh yeah, I was reading it. Things. Heather Claw was found dead. Becomes a warrior, then immediately gets killed off. Who did it? Somebody had to have done it. And that's one of our younger cats too. Oh no. This is what I mean when I say keep, because if our clan dies off, it's game over. So I always try to see if there's any romantic relationships forming. But it just doesn't seem like there is any. So, bad thing happened this mood. Heather Webb has died. Let's check our relationships. See what's going on. Cloudbrook complains about something Yellow Shadow did. We have a complicated relationship, me and Yellow Shadow. We butt heads a lot, but we also get along a lot. Parzino is checking on Quiet Paw. Medicine Cat Apprentice, eh? I remember when I was your age, I couldn't tell the difference between a yarrow leaf and a mouse tail. Hope you're doing better than I did. Do you know how you could tell that you're talking to an old cat? They'll tell you about all their aches and pains. Get ready for a lot of that. Listen closely to the spirits of StarClan. They might just tell you how to get out of cleaning the Elder's Den, or not. Being a medicine cat apprentice is a big responsibility. But remember, if you make a mistake, we'll only tease you a little. Unless it's a really funny mistake. And remember, no matter how many herbs you learn, nothing heals better than a good laugh and a sunny spot to nap in. Hey, let's check what's gone on in the medicine cat den this moon. And none of us found any herbs, but it makes sense to sleep there. There's a limited selection of herbs Yellow Shadow can even look for in the affair. But if they or Quiet Paw can only remember where the wild garlic grew in Greenleaf, it's theirs for the taking. Yellow Shadow searches and searches, but eventually they have to defeat. They can't remember where the garlic grew when the world was warm. Throw in a quick save there, just in case we get an unfortunate crash. And I think that ends this moon, I would say. Quiet Paw was bitten by a snake and miraculously survived. You successfully deliver a kit. It's a rough process, but you feel a great sense of accomplishment. You have a friendly competition with your mentor to see who can collect the most marigold in a set time. You lose, but it's fun, and you both gather plenty of herbs. You misjudge a jump and tumble to a patch of nettles. It stings, but your mentor is able to use the situation as a practical lesson in treating minor wounds. You discover a squirrel sashing. Okay, same thing. You take the initiative to organize road stores, making them more efficient. The time saved on searching for herbs allows for quicker responses. And Strike Skip has gotten white cough, it would seem. Quiet finds a bit of fluff that smells like azalea mouse and adds it to their nest. Wow, they do not like us. Azalea mouse are not apparent. Grew to not like us. In my many moons, I've learned to ignore disrespect. It's a sign of immaturity. Your insults might sting if I didn't know the value of wisdom over wit. Young cat, words are cheap. Actions tell the true tale. I've lived through battles and loss, through hunger and cold. Your words are but a mouse's squeak. Perhaps when you've lived as long as I have, you'll understand the true value of respect. Not when your jokes about me. Is feeling down. Weren't she? I think one time Azalea Mouse was one of the adoptive parents. Yeah, well, that's about to end. Goodbye, Azalea Mouse. We no longer have any respect for you. We are feeling unappreciated. Well, we were just insulted. So, anyway, I think, well, we can't work this moon, is the thing, because we're hurt. So, we can't really do much else. Uh-oh, we are Vixen Freckle, honoring their compassion. So our brother has become a warrior. That's nice to see. Once again, can't really do much other than relationships this moon. And this will probably be the last moon we do anyway. Same thing, just give a couple of talk. Already. And that's all we could do this moon since we're injured. But, yeah, so that's gonna do it for this episode of Quietkit's Legacy. And unfortunately, it looks like it's been unaffected, and the life of Quiet Paw might come to an end here pretty soon. If that does happen, we will probably continue on as our brother Vixen Freckle. But we'll only talk about that if we come to that. But yeah, I'm sorry about some of the moments in this. My allergies have really been acting up this session, so other than that, if you guys have anything you want to add to Quiet Kit's legacy, I guess now it's Quiet Paw's legacy. But But I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and I really want to hear your thoughts on it. So, thank you for watching. Please claw at that like button. Also, claw at that subscribe button to join the Range Nation. And I will see you guys for the next step in Quiet Pause Legacy.